this government has come to stand for.
I call the honourable member Dr Russell Norman.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I rise to speak on behalf of the Green Party on this first reading of the Taxation, Livestock, Valuation, Assets, Expenditure in Remedial Matters Bill, a government bill that's come before us this afternoon. The Green Party will be supporting the bill through to Select Committee. This bill makes a large number of changes to the Income Tax Act. Some of them are remedial in nature, some of them in line with the changes proposed in Budget 2012. It covers such things as, and I'm not going to go through everything, but some of them, tightening the rules for deducting the cost of assets such as holiday homes, such as boats and aircraft, used both privately and for business purposes, changes to the way livestock are valued, which has been quite controversial, some significant changes to GST, especially the way non-resident companies can claim GST credits, changes to the tax treatment of foreign currency hedging, which I think I might get back to, reduction to 4 years from 8, during which people can claim tax credits, rather tax refunds, changes to the way that some farm capital expenditure is accounted for, and removal of the historic tax concessions for Tiwai Point, amongst many other remedial matters, clarification of the term dividend, for example. From our point of view, this bill is a pretty complicated bill and covers a whole bunch of issues, many of which we can support, and that's why we're supporting it through to Select Committee. We do support a large number of the measures in the bill, and well, I agree with the previous speakers that this certainly doesn't address some of the fundamental changes we need to make in tax policy in order to get a more productive economy. Nonetheless, many of these changes are very sensible. Those that we query are those with significant fiscal risk, somewhere in the order of the risk to the tax base of $10 to $15 million per year. And so we'll be looking at that legislation in the Select Committee to figure out whether we think those changes are worth it. The kind of areas of concern for the Greens are around the tax treatment of foreign currency hedging. The concern here is that it will open up further opportunities for tax avoidance unless the IRD commits more resource into the area to for monitoring and compliance. Secondly, around the passing on the cost of foreign companies claiming GST refunds back onto those companies. The question is whether we should be offering a more transparent regime like they're doing in the UK. The participants in the government's voluntary bonding scheme have gained a financial advantage. We want to have a look at that. And of course the reducing in the time during which you can claim a tax overpayment. Whether it's fair, in fact, to claim a refund, to reduce the time during which you can claim a refund. Many of the changes in this bill make a lot of sense, and we'll be supporting them through Select Committee. Some of them we're not so sure about, which is why we want to have a closer look at them in Select Committee. But we'll be voting for the bill through to Select Committee. Thank you.
I call the honourable member